Welcome to bChic, Not Bougie. I'm your host, Alicia, alongside DJ Richie. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. You sound better. You sound
a whole lot better. A whole lot better. I was going through it.
Last week was a mess.
It was a hot mess.
I didn't want to tell you, but it was a mess.
Oh,
I'm joking.
Did I look a hot mess? Did I look that bad?
No. You pulled it off. You pulled it off.
I tried. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was struggling, and it was horrible actually. So the only good thing that I went through with that fever, cold, flu, whatever the hell that was it was all in my head, so I felt congested, but I didn't have any mucus, which I was really surprised. It was like, when you have like a bit of a runny nose and it's just very watery. Does that sound right? But there was no actual like yellow. You know what I mean? I don't care. We're gonna get nasty.
Yeah,
no yellow mucus. I'm gonna get real. Like, we all know it's full cold and flu season, so we all know what was happening. So literally after like day 3 or 4 of having a migraine and this big pressure in my head and being congested, it went away, and I was like, oh, praise the Lord, I feel better. And then all of a sudden I had the runs for like 3 days. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I don't care. I was like, so if you were suffering with any type of cold and flu, something similar, reach out and let us know how you felt, because
Candace, I regret even mentioning it at all. Like, I had no idea it was gonna get all the way there.
I got real. Shit got real quick. Really I had to be honest, because honestly, sometimes I don't want to. People suffer alone. Okay, and I don't think you need to nowadays. No, you don't want to suffer alone. So thank you for asking. I'm just letting you guys know how I was doing these last few days, and I'm better. But yeah, it ran through me. It's all out, to say the least. So how was your week?
I remember nothing after this.
No, you're a liar. Did you do anything on the weekend?
On the weekend, did I do anything? Yeah, I went to a couple parties. Friday, I went and saw TJ, Up Top Boss.
Uptown Boss.
Bubble your body for the up top.
Down boss.
Yeah. Okay, come. Slow down. Yeah, I saw them. So he was pretty good. Like, as a new artist, it was a really good performance.
Okay.
Saturday I went to a house party, and those are always dope.
I know. So I never get an invite. No, it's okay.
No, what
happened
was.
Richie.
What happened was.
No, you were just doing
and then Sunday was church. I
like how you still didn't answer the question. Like, yeah.
Back to
the house party vibes. Like, so why didn't we get invited?
My phone, at that time, my phone.
How it was set up.
This thing. And then the other thing from the last time had come back again.
Don't be selfish.
We need to
do things together.
No,
okay,
for
Richie?
sure. Next one, like, you're definitely going to be there. How was the festival? The thing you did on Saturday.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. So the Black History event, like the Journey Continues for Antigua and Barbuda Association.
That's the one.
It was really great. It was a good turnout. I was hosting it, and I was going through it, as you know, with the stuff that I was just talking about. But nobody really knew.
That was on that day?
That was on that day. That was like the second day of... So I wasn't eating anything throughout the entire day. I was stressed because I was like... I can't use the washroom. This is just ridiculous. I don't want to. It was like one washroom. You know those places how they have like the one. Oh, yeah. I couldn't do it. So no lie. You know what? It looked like one washroom, but it was like 5 stalls in there. Either which way, you're sharing it with other people, and I couldn't do it. So anyways, I just avoided eating food, and it was all the good food I was smelling. I just had juice and called it a day. But it was a great turnout. There was this so many people sharing their stories and their journey that they've been through. Obviously, Black people in the community. One person that stands out in my mind specifically was Kwame Delfish. I'm not sure if you heard of him. He's like very big time. So I didn't even realize this. I grew up with his family and him in the Antigua and Barbuda Association, and he is a painter slash. Shaking your head, right? Slash, he does hair, like the hairdresser for women specifically. Like he was saying before, guys come to the barbershop like, yo, give me a light, I'm gonna give you a feed. And that's it. He's like, there was no kind of creativity with that. Well, women will come in and be like, make me look beautiful, like do something, you know, different. And so he was able to kind of play more with people's hair. But aside from to me, that's not even mediocre, but like his art is amazing. Years ago, I went to this art show in Orangeville, I believe it was, or Oakville. And his art was displayed there, and he was there and so forth with a bunch of other many talented artists. And that was the first time I realized that's what he was doing. But as he was doing his presentation, he was explaining a lot more what he's done. He designed the $10 coin in 2015 for Canada.
We had a $10 coin?
Hello? We do. $10 coin for Canada. And he designed the Guinness bottle during Carnival that was actually posted on what's his name? One of the for soca. I'm not really big into soca. The dreads. Yes, yes, the Guinness bottle for him. So that was on the float. Then there was something he did for St. Lucia. There was another one for Magnum. So you know when we had the Magnum pop-up shop. Mm-hmm. There was a Magnum pop-up shop, and for that he designed the logo that was there. And for Carnival in general, he actually designed a lot of the costumes. So I was sitting there like, what? The whole time I was like, nigga, where you come from? It was a lot of great stuff that was coming out of not just him. There's many other people that were there, but he just stuck out of my mind because I'm just like, you know, when you feel like you have an idea of who that person is,
you really don't.
You have no idea. So it was just so much information that was kind of being shared at that event. Steel Pan, I really feel bad saying this. I really am not a fan of Steel
What?
Pan.
No. I'm not even of.
I know.
Any like.
My mom will probably slap me for saying this, but
she should. Why aren't you a fan of it?
I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize. People that love Steel Pan, I wish I could, but it's like, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I figured it was just Steel Pan business until you hear it has more of like a dance hall influence in the soca vibes. Now I find. I agree. And you know what? The gentlemen that were playing were really good. I'm not going to lie to you. They were good. It's just that, I'm sorry, I don't have an appreciation for that type of music. Yeah. Like some people don't like jazz. I like jazz. I just can't really deal with the ting, ting, ting for too long. And then there was no real limit for people. So they were like playing, like one song, two songs. And they were like, okay, no, 3. And then this man tried to do 4 whole songs. And I was like, no, we have other things to do. So anyways, aside from that, and they were great. So again, my mom probably cussed me, but they were great. I just felt like, yeah, overall, the event was a success. I got through it. And my mom this is her last term or month for being the president of the Antiguan Association. Okay. So it was a good kind of send off, being able to host for my mom again for another event.
So do they have to vote now?
Yeah, come next month, I believe.
Is she
vote.
Running
no. Should best not. Running for president is for any association is a really big deal, and it's a lot of work, and people don't realize that. They say they want to do it, but you really don't understand how much work goes into just planning events and organizing and write-ups and organizing meetings and minutes. It's just so much. So even she was saying as she's finishing, she has to do reports on everything she's done so far, and then do a folder or binder for each of the new president and vice president and all that stuff. So I mean, the work is never done. And my mom's a registered nurse. She works it's just a lot of work. I feel to work and then come home and work again and then put work on other people, like your children. So it's just it's just one of those things where if you don't got the time, please honey, this is one of those things you do if you retire. Personal opinion, but kudos to her, she did a great job, and she always does. She didn't sleep, so
that's good.
Yeah, that's about it. So I guess we can get into the Stay Woke news updates. So sad news for our Torontonians, more snow is on the way. So them say. And so fresh off a windstorm that caused power outages and major pileup, Toronto is set to see more active weather tomorrow with as much as 15 centimeters of snow. A low pressure system from Midwestern states will bring snow into the southern Ontario tomorrow. Environment Canada said its special weather statement issued this morning. Total snowfall amounts to 10 to 15 centimeters of snow are possible, with higher amount along the shores of Lake Erie and Ontario. The snow is expected to start in the morning and continue into the night. Special weather statement is also in effect for areas of southwest of Toronto, including Burlington, Oakville, Halton Hills, Milton, Mississauga, Brampton, Hamilton, Oxford County, and Niagara. And the weather agency said that the afternoon commute on Wednesday will obviously be impacted by snow. So if you obviously are trying to take the train, the bus, whatever, leave early or don't go to work or call in. Have fun.
How many times? Here's the thing. People always say that.
I know, but I'm prepared. Listen,
my work is not accepting. I can't come in because it's snowing.
I know. Well, it depends how you get to work, right? Because if you give yourself enough time, what time do you start work?
Tomorrow I start late.
Okay.
Later.
You have time, nigga. You know that's gonna be plowed, ready to go. But for people in the morning, I find it's harder because they don't really plow that early. Yeah. So you're usually the one stuck, cleaning out the snow from your driveway or your car, and then the road because it's everything's kind of backed up. But if you're taking the train, or the bus, it's definitely gonna be backed up. So either try to leave early or. Other than that, man walks across the ice chunks floating in Toronto Harbor. So I found I'm not sure if you guys seen the video of this. Yo, the video is ridiculous. So police are warning people not to do this. Okay, so don't hop from moving ice that's floating on the Lake Ontario. After this video was circulating online, it shows a man doing just that pretty much. So he's doing that off the Words Island. CP24 viewers sent a video of the man wearing what appears to be a wetsuit, walking cautiously between large flat ice flows in the harbor. And the viewers say the man was on the ice sometime around 4:00 on Sunday afternoon. The viewers say that after jumping several ice flows, the man made it back to the shore of Wards Island. And Toronto police said that the Marine unit received no calls from a person on the ice throughout the weekend. This is for them, anybody. All ice on open bodies of water is unsafe, and the public should avoid venturing out onto it. Please.
So
police.
If he had died, everybody would be like, "This is so sad." And
no, I wouldn't. Okay, I know that.
Yeah.
I would feel no. I don't know what I would feel because I'd be like,
why would you do this?
Yeah, you're not like a child doing it. I'd feel bad if it was a child. But okay, maybe if he had some mental illness, that's a whole different situation.
But he had on like a wetsuit, like he planned.
He was planning. He knew what the hell he was doing. And so you guys need to watch this video. The video is he's just like, like he could have had the dancehall song playing and he was coasting. I was like, what? Why? Why would somebody want to do this to themselves? I'm not quite sure. But I had to talk about it because it was just really interesting to me. And I don't think anybody should be doing this. And if you do see this, why are nobody calling the police or letting anybody know? Because that's not safe. Like you just watch this whole thing and you're like, yeah. And
that's the society.
It's so sad. Well, we need to stop doing that. Less videos and more awareness and help for these type of people because that's just not safe. And lastly, Ontario schools may be falling behind when it comes to preparing students for future. A new report. Just now, I guess they're coming out with this. A new report from People for Education finds. So the report titled Roadmaps and Roadblocks, Career and Life Planning Guidance and Streaming in Ontario's Schools found that while there has been a sizable increase in the numbers of guidance counselors over the last year, only 23% of Ontario elementary schools have guidance counselors. That's very little. And the vast majority are part-time. So while guidance counselors are employed at about 98% of high schools in the province, and on average, they are responsible for about 375 students each. That's a lot of students for just one person. So I don't know why they're not hiring, obviously, multiple guidance counselors. The report, which is based on information from 1,254 Ontario Catholic and public schools that participated in the Education of Advocacy Group's annual survey, also found that the support for students transitioning to high school are most likely unavailable. In a series of recommendations to the provincial government, the report's authors said that the resources should be provided for professional development, time for teachers to focus on inquiry-based approaches to career and life planning access curriculums, which I think should have been in there from we were born. People for Education are also urging the province to hold consultations. I don't know why. Consultations with school administrators to understand barriers to affect career and life planning in Ontario schools. And the report states that to improve student outcomes, the provincial government should develop a coherent strategy. So like foundational competencies for long-term successes for grade 12, from kindergarten to grade 12, which I think is just common sense, but I guess it's not for everybody. And yeah, which I don't know. I think back, like when I think of my guidance counselor, the one I had was great, but that was because I was constantly just going to my guidance counselor when I needed to. You know what I mean? Where I don't feel like they're calling you and trying to help out.
I don't remember my guidance counselor at all.
Hi.
I don't remember my guidance counselor not.
Because you weren't searching for your guidance counselor.
Yeah, because for me it was just like you weren't really guiding me to anything. And then I know all the stories of the people saying that, you know, their guidance counselor told them that they're not going to come out to be what they want to be. So, I don't know. I don't even remember the name of my guidance counselor. Not one of them.
Not one of them, right?
Not even one.
And a lot of times they don't help guide you properly. So it just kind of, I don't know. Like what really, not all of them, but like they said, like for 375 students per person a year, it's a lot to handle. So I don't know if they can really deal with all of that pressure, but either which way, I'm happy that they're really looking into this and that their reports are obviously showing that work needs to be done when it comes to our students and obviously the success of them. So kudos to CP24. And that's it for Stay Woke News Updates. What's going on for events, Richie?
So, a couple things happening in the city. This Thursday is a 1017 illegal comedy show. So basically, it's presented by 420 Comedy Festival, and it features apparently Toronto's highest functioning improvisers, all celebrating the legalization of recreational marijuana. So I've been to one of these like shows before, not a weed one, not a weed one, but I've been to like a improv show. They're kind of funny, you know what I mean? Like Sorry. What happened?
Welcome back, Delisa. Sorry, you said something about recreational weed and something.
They're celebrating. So it's like an improv show celebrating the legalization of weed. Which
I like that.
It's gonna be like, they're already funny, but I think it's even gonna be funnier because now they're all planning to get high. Like they even gave you the time. They're gonna meet at 10:17, smoke, get high, and then they perform at 11. So they're gonna be high and improvising, and like it's pretty cool because they have like
can people join? Like, can anybody just get up and improv? You
can, like, yeah, I'm sure you can.
I would do it.
I'm sure you can.
Do they provide like the stuff, or do you?
Well, no, they say it is encouraged to partake before the show.
Gotcha.
As you are not allowed to smoke in the venue.
Okay.
So that's happening this Saturday, taking place at the Bad Dog Theater Company, 875 Bloor Street West.
I like that.
Also happening Friday, March 1st. Big party going down. It's Magnificent Black. Now, I'm just the messenger. It is called the Threesome Lifestyle Edition. This is the name. Listen, I'm just the messenger. It's celebrating the birthday.
Men can barely handle one person. I don't know why they love a threesome business. I don't get it. I don't.
Do you know what
I mean? Like,
we won't even get into.
No, we will in a minute. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of men. I'm sorry, but just bringing this up. There's a lot of guys that love a threesome. Like, they always say they want a threesome. I've done a threesome. And I'm just like, you can't even make one girl come. I don't know.
But there's parameters to it. Like, you can't have a threesome under normal circle. Like, you gotta be twisted. You gotta be like really lit.
Some people can't even perform.
That's what I'm saying. I don't need that.
Oh, well, then those people should not be participating
at all
in such events.
But this is not a real threesome situation.
No. This is more just
that's
like kind of with the promotion. So basically, celebrating the birthday of Biggs 4000, good promoter in the city, and all Pisces. Apparently, it's Pisces season now.
Yeah, I'm a Pisces. My birthday's coming up.
I don't know who really cares. Your birthday's actually not coming up.
I know.
But we'll get into that
as
well.
Really coming up at all.
So basically, the theme of it is 3 for 1. So ladies, all females are free. No, sorry. If you pay for one entry for one female, you get in 2 more. Yeah, it says 3 for 1.
3 for 1.
Right?
Yes.
So you pay for 1, and then 2 more get in for
yes.
free on that price. But this is up until
Yes, that's the
12:30.
point.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of the key, right? They say get the girls out, the men will follow.
Like always.
That's So on that bill, you have Fire Kidstini, Black Reaction, Nitro Military, and more. So check that one out. Happening at Topaz Event Center. Also happening on Saturday. First I'm hearing about it. Shout out to Delicia because we love the free. So this Saturday, Saturday, March 2nd, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., it is the really, really free market 2019.
Yes.
It takes place the first Saturday of every month, all year round, at Campbell Park in Toronto. And basically, the mandate is to give everyone a taste of no exchange. Give without expecting a return.
In a park in March?
Yep. They said cold weather is here. And because of that, it will be moving indoors. There's a building right beside, I guess there's a skating rink at the park.
Yeah.
So there's a building beside the skating rink. So that is where it will be taking place this Saturday as it is winter. But basically, you bring stuff and like you donate it, and then you can just walk out with whatever you want.
Yeah, they give you like one bag per person or whatever, and you get like an hour to go through everything.
Yeah.
And then you leave, and then I think by 3 o'clock is when it starts, and everybody can shop with that one bag.
Yeah.
And just go.
And I'm not sure if like if people bring really good stuff. Like I'm not sure the quality of things that they bring.
Honestly, nowadays people, you'd be surprised.
You never know.
Garage
right?
sales, don't sleep on them. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
That's crazy,
You just
right?
Let go, and let God.
Yes, let go. I don't think that's the slogan, but
You know what?
sure.
I think that it might be.
And so that's happening this Saturday, and last but not least, Sunday, March 3rd. I had no idea she tours. Ellen DeGeneres.
Ooh, my girl.
She's doing her Toronto stop of her tour, A Conversation with Ellen DeGeneres. It's Ellen DeGeneres, who makes $75 million a year, and her net worth is close to $400. So no, this show is not for the cheap. Tickets start at about $120 per person.
You already rich, girl.
So that's happening. This is how she gets rich, because she's keeping it at the Scotiabank Arena, and she has 2 shows, one at 2 p.m., one at 6 p.m. So I mean, for those,
on sale already?
yeah, tickets are on sale. No, not yet. There are a lot of. I went on Ticketmaster, and there's like it's like the ground level seats. So I guess everyone took up like the bleacher seats and stuff.
Yeah,
so
nosebleed. I'd want those.
Ground level seats that are on sale. So I guess that's why there's.
How much are those ones?
Those are the ones that are 100 and they start at like 117.
Good night.
See how if it's selling.
Yeah.
There is nothing for like outside, or you can look through the window.
Live stream.
You know, with a little coat on and be like, ooh,
No,
Ellen.
not yet.
I guess.
Well, I mean, that would be pretty cool. Like, I've
That would
never
be.
seen her comedy show. I mean, I love her show.
If Netflix, if you go on Netflix, she has
a
one.
comedy special?
Yeah,
Is
really,
it
it's
good?
called Relatable. I thought it was pretty good. It's not like, don't look for it to be like outlandishly
Yeah, because I don't watch a lot of white comics.
I like her. She's just very real. She's funny. It's sarcastic. I don't know. It's just, you need to watch it.
I rate with her because she's old. She's not young.
No,
she's
not anymore.
61.
Yeah.
So
And she looks so good.
That's the whole thing, right? Like I
Yeah.
take dressing tips from Ellen because she's
I
just
love
like a
it.
boy.
She does.
But
I love it.
it's pretty cool though.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. If she tried to hit on me back,
Oh wow.
I'm mad at it. I'm not. I don't swing that way, but I would swing that way for Ellen. I'm gonna give you that real.
Really?
Yeah.
That's your standard of I would become a lesbian?
Yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres.
That's pretty high. No, it's okay. Say what you like. That's pretty high. Sorry, Ellen.
That's
was her
high?
tickets $120 minimal tickets. Yeah.
A 61-year-old white woman? I just want to put this into perspective.
Please rethink this.
I just want to put this into perspective.
I'm not changing my. I said what I said. I said what I said.
Stand on your ground. Stand your ground.
I am. I said what I said. Maybe back in the days with, when she's younger.
No, it's too late. It's too late. You can't.
I don't mean her now, but I mean
It's
like
like-
if I was the same age as Ellen and she tried to talk to me, it'd be a little different.
You're adding a lot of variables right now, but
Whatever.
you said what you said. It's
You know
cool.
what? I said what I said. I'm not gonna take it back. It is what it is.
But that's
just,
what's up. That's-
just to add to
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
event. Well, it is my not so real birthday once again in another year.
Oh, we broadcasted this?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
broadcasting.
Okay.
Well, might as well,
cool.
because I feel like if anybody's that's watching and you enjoy the show, then you my family. So come on down. It's gonna be at JP's bar, Grillin' Bar, and it's at let me see here, 286 Atwell Drive. So it's just a low key thing. my friends are going, whoever is like, you know, I kind of hit up really randomly. And then other than that, if they will have live karaoke. So come, feel free, do some karaoke. Just, you know, have a few shots and just have a good time. That's really what it's about.
Lady.
Good. They have great food. I love JP's food. So
order in advance.
Oh. Or come early.
Or come early.
Come early.
One of those two.
Yes. So yeah, that's gonna be on Friday. I'm probably not gonna go there until about 9:30ish, anyways. But at least that way, if anybody has nothing to do on a Friday night, join us and have a good time.
That's what's up.
Yes. And anything else for events?
That's it.
Okay. Great events actually. So Fashion Buzz. This week's Fashion Buzz icon, or I shouldn't say icon. She's not an icon yet. So Fashion Buzz of the week is the rising star Michaela Simpson, aka popularly known as Coffee. So she was born on February 16th. That passed not long ago, but 2000. She's a Jamaican singer, rapper, DJ, and guitarist from Spanish Town, Jamaica, and she released 5 singles already, which was Toast. Oh, okay, my bad. She is Toast, Ragamuffin, as well as Burning, and there's a few other ones I don't really recall at this very moment, but she sang in her church choir, taught herself guitar at age 12, an instrument borrowed from a friend, and began writing lyrics inspired by listening to reggae singer Protege. In 2016, she won her school talent show without realizing that the informal show at which she was performing at her school cafeteria had been an audition, and she went on to learn music theory and vocal techniques in her high school choir. Coffee is her nickname, and it was given to her by a friend because when she was ordering hot coffee instead of soda on a hot day. That's kind of interesting how that kind of stuck with her. And in 2017, she released her first single, Legend, with just her voice and acoustic guitar, a tribute to a Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt. And the song became viral on Instagram hit. It was about awareness of the violence and social problems she witnessed growing up, and that influenced her lyrics. And besides Protege and Chronix, she has cited Supercat and Gigs among her musical inspirations. So Burning, her take on Upseda Records, Ouija Rhythm, which had been made popular by Jamaican artists Busy Signal and Luciano, followed Burning, grew out of her desire, and it inspired her to push herself forward despite being disappointed at not getting into post-secondary sixth form after she graduated from Adrian High School. So in June, it spent 3 weeks at #1 on the Foundation Radio Network's top 30 reggae chart, covering New York City and Florida, as well as here, because it was just always all over the place. And in 2018, Jamaican reggae / dancehall singer, songwriter, and DJ Coca T brought her on stage at Rebels Salute. Protege asked her to perform with him. Chronix invited her to join him at the BBC Radio 1 Extra broadcast from Tough Gong Studios, and went on tour with him in the UK at venues such as Bush Hall and Alexandria Palace. Coffee and Chronix appeared on BBC Music Introducing Live on November 10th, which was really lit. If you haven't heard it, go check it out. In her December 2018 single Ragamuffin called out gun violence and governmental neglect of the youth. BBC Radio 1 Extra named Coffee one of its hot for 2019 artists. And her next single, Toast, was produced by Walshy Fire of Major Lazer. Both Chronix and Protege appear in the video. Also in 2018, she signed with Columbia Records UK, and Rapture, her debut EP on the label, is upcoming this year, and her Throne video, which takes viewers on a tour through her hometown of Spanish Town, debuted on the Fader of 22 of January. So my reason to make her, obviously, if you haven't heard all that, this week's Fashion Buzz is because honestly, she's lit. She just can flow. To be honest, we were having this conversation. Her look is, I think I like her look. I like that she doesn't use the whole makeup thing or the sex appeal thing to kind of sell her music. However, there's obviously, when you first see her, some people kind of question, is it a boy? Is it a girl? I don't give a damn what she wears. You are beautiful to me, and I think her voice is just amazing, and just the way she flows is just sick. So that's why I made her this week's Fashion Buzz.
Yes. For once, I have nothing negative to say about your Fashion Buzz.
I know. That sounds great.
She
was really good. This is a good shoot. Thank you.
Not that the ones
appreciate it.
before weren't.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. There was always a little question.
Yeah, but no, coffee is doing amazing. Like, I
She
mean,
is.
I think in this day and age, as an 18-year-old, the fact that she's even willing to like blaze her own path like that
Yeah.
and not follow what everybody else is doing.
19 now.
The hype. Well, 19 now. Yeah, I like the hype and the like selling sex and you know what I mean.
That's like
she's-
really talking about conscious
Yeah.
things that are going on in the community,
Yeah.
things that she's growing up
And-
seeing.
And I saw they did a feature on her in Vibe magazine,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "That's super dope." Like, I'm glad she's getting recognized for good music. You know what I mean? Nothing more. It's all her talent and
Yeah.
her ability and her music. It's kind of like an Alicia Keys vibe to me. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no. I'm not promoting sex. I'm not promoting bitterness through a relationship or a past heartbreak or you know what I mean?
What kind of Alicia Keys was kind of talking
Well,
about?
I mean, that
I
was
know,
like
kind of see the
that was
so
more just-
I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you.
but like it's just her talent. You know
It
what I
is.
mean?
It's
That's
very
what
raw.
speaks. Yeah, and same kind of like that same path. I saw her on YouTube through that video of when Coco T brought her up.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, she's cool. And then I saw her with Chronics, and then I forgot about her to be honest until like her singles started to come out. And now she's like legit. She has like the hottest song in dancehall right now.
And you know what's crazy? Like I really didn't even know what she looked like until this month.
Oh yeah,
Be dead ass. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Until this month, like I
happens.
heard the song play. I love the song. I've been hearing her other song, and again, like I just never really put the face with the, you know, like, and usually I'm so quick to Google and check, but you know, sometimes you hear something on this all the time, you just enjoy the music. And then I was just like, no, you know, let me, so I think something popped up on my timeline and I was like, who's this little girl? And then I was like, that's her. And it just kind of sparked everything. And I just continued to go into her, you know, her social media. I went on and started following her, started to look at her, listen to her videos and her interviews. And yo, the girl is just sick. She just really has a God-given talent. And just to see her at this age,
Yeah.
I can, God knows what's going to happen because I mean, look at Chronics and then look when they bust, you know what I mean? So for her to bust so young and then be this good, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for her career. You know what I,
I am
mean?
too.
Like, you're
Gotta look out
excited
for her.
and nervous at the same time because she is young, and
Yeah.
you know, especially now, like a lot of people are gonna start reaching out, and a lot of
Yeah.
people are gonna want to take a piece or take her in a direction,
Yeah.
and be like, okay, you're this now, but we can turn you into, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And being that young again, you still might get
A little
like
influenced
blinded by the
and
like
yeah.
the fame and the fortune. So I mean, I hope she keeps the same people around her, like
Agree.
keep her grounded, like Chronics. I
Eat
know
your veggie
people are
chunks
very-
and just go with God. You know what I mean? Ja, you just have to stay focused.
Your veggie
So you have to. Have you guys have you went to the I'm sorry. Have you tried veggies? Like, you know, we
It
all
is
eat
like
veggie chunks.
chicken.
Tried what?
Is it veggie chunks? Like, you know, you go to like
Chunks?
chunks.
Veggie chunks.
Never hear about that?
You've never heard of
You
veggie
can go
chunks?
and buy, like, you know, a Rasta store, like it's a natural, you
Yeah.
know.
Usually good, but I've never had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it tastes like chicken. Like
No,
I'm
it does not.
Yes, it does. I have.
I believe it, but I've
been asked like, how is this? You're lying. Like this is some form of chicken.
tastes like chicken, eh?
It's some part of the chicken where you're not.
What it-
Seasoned it right.
Exactly. You see what I mean?
So
Like,
then, but isn't that like a meat seasoning? So technically, isn't not real Ito food? I don't know. I don't know. Who knows?
we'll go down to Eglinton one day.
We're
and do an
going to.
interview, and we'll ask.
We're gonna ask. I think that's actually
And
a
we should
good one.
record them like making it.
I
and
wanna see
to
that.
prove to everybody that it's
This
not
is real
chicken.
Ito food, and we want to
Yeah.
see the chunks, and we want to see what it puts.
Because then I might even actually go that direction in my life. I might cut meat out. No, I'm not.
Not me. I can't even. I'm lying. I'd be lying to me. I can cut out maybe a little bit. What's it called? Carbs for a moment.
Yeah, I don't even know about that. I can try. Like
I'm gonna try. I don't know. I've been feeling like I need to try to cut out carbs and just a little bit of sugar
Didn't
like-
we do this before?
Yeah,
No,
for a
I'm not
week.
gonna call you out. I'm
for
not
a
gonna-
week. For a week, it
You-
went.
You didn't know
and then
sugar, right?
It went.
You didn't know sugar for
Yeah,
like a
for a
week.
week.
I remember that.
Ish.
That was the same week like you ran the stairs a couple times.
Remember that?
I remember.
She was doing so
I was doing very well.
And she felt so healthy and she just stopped.
Yo, that's a lot of work. 19 flights of stairs, Lord. And I went like 5 times, like up and down.
See,
Yeah,
that's not-
19 flights. And
that's
I was
wild.
like, I'm gonna go and be fit by the summertime. I'm still got my rolls, so I don't like her. Back fat on fleek. Y'all don't worry about me. I'm gonna come back in the summertime snatched. But it's all good. Anyways, big up yourself, coffee.
Yes.
Keep doing your
Shout out
thing.
Coffee, for sure.
So much still coming.
Time you ready to come on bChic, Not Bougie.
Oh my God. Honestly, you know what, Richie, we're going to have to set goals like that really big. Cause I don't know. I've been thinking, we're going to have a conversation, but I've been having some dreams lately. So
okay.
I know we're going to be talking, but, do you want to do entertainment?
Well, I'm going to do
or any question?
Story. No, I'm going to do one story. There's a couple, but I'm going to do this one because everybody knows. So we can not really talk about it because I don't want to. But got him. So when I saw like the images of R. Kelly being carried into jail or whatever,
did it hurt?
Going, it didn't hurt me. Like I was like, bro, I was surprised. I wasn't surprised because I knew from day one, from this documentary came out, they were not gonna let him slide. Like they were gonna find something somewhere, dig it up under whatever rock, and be like, "You're going to jail." So that's why I'm not even concerned about his trial at this point. You're going to jail. Like, I'm convinced. I don't know, man. They're not gonna let him slide. He may not
go for long. He may not.
He's not gonna go for long. But that's the thing. Remember, OJ got away with murder. And then they put him in jail they sentenced him to 30 years for a robbery.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But it was one of those things like you got away the first time. No matter what happens this time, you're not getting away again. R. Kelly, same thing. He beat that first case with peeing on a little girl and everybody came on and was like, nah, it's not her and whatever the case is. You're not going to get away again. Like they're going to, even if you go to jail for 2 years, 3 years, whatever the case may be, you're going to do jail time because that is what is going to make public perception feel better. So R. Kelly was arrested, or he turned himself in on Friday night to Chicago PD, and he was charged with 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse against 4 different women, 3 of whom were minors at the time that it took place. Now these events date back to as far as 1998, where he met 2 of the women, and they were 16 years old at the time. So Kelly he spent the weekend in jail because he was unable to come up with the $100,000, which he needed. So his bail was set at $1 million, and he needed 10% put down to be able to come out. He couldn't come up with $100,000, which leads to some other questions because how the hell do you?
Well, I told you. Remember, we had this discussion. I looked up his what's it called? Network, and it was like 1 million. And you guys were like, how is that possible? I'm like, it says
I still don't get it.
But it said it. So I mean, like, if it's 1 million, he's behind on payments for that. What is it? The studio that he was staying at. Remember, they evicted him because of that. Yeah. And then, if you can't even pay, what is that, 30,000 or whatever the hell it was? How can you pay 100? Yeah. You know what I mean? So it came to be like, apparently female fans put it together. A daycare teacher said, she helped we gonna help him pull me out.
So right now he did post bail. He was able to leave. I think it's interesting because he surrendered his passport, but he's not allowed to have contact with anyone under the age of 18 years old, which I get the stipulation of it, but that's hard.
It's not hard. It shouldn't be hard for a grown-ass man who has plenty of grown fans and women around him. Like, my thing is, you just don't need to be in contact with them. Like, leave them alone until this trial is over.
Personal contact? Like, I can't text you?
For what?
No, I'm just saying. I want to know because is it like...
Well, that's the thing. Like, think about...
Like, if I go somewhere, if somebody brings me somewhere, and then or even here, I go to a studio, and then someone brings a 16-year-old in, do I now have to leave because...
Well, that person should leave. First of all, if you work here and somebody's coming here, everybody should know that no 16, 18-year-old, you know what I mean? Any 18 and younger shouldn't be in here in the first place. So I wouldn't come and bring my niece in here if that was you know what I mean? So certain things people should know. So I feel like he's been surrounding himself and pulling that type of people around him. So yes, you need some self-control at this point. For a little period, at least for us to really believe that, like, okay, fine. Some of these girls, I'm not going to lie, some of them I feel are lying. Some of them, you know what I mean? And some of them I feel were doing it for their own gains and for whatever reason. So I'm not going to sit here and defend all of these girls, but for the ones that he manipulated and so forth and, peed on, I'm sorry. Like, you just need to, like, own it. Like, you did what you did. Yeah. And we all know it now, and we've been knowing it. We've been knowing it. Yeah. Some people haven't, but we've been knowing it. So at this point, it's like, now that you guys want to do something about it, okay, stay away from little girls and for like this period. Stay away from them.
I think for life. I feel like
For one-
it shouldn't be a necessary condition, but I
It's
think your
hard.
own personal choice, R. Kelly, stay away from them
Stay
for the rest of
away.
your life.
Stay away.
Just end that part.
I just try.
Like, move to Florida, mess
Get
with the
away.
old people, like the seniors.
Just leave
Like
them.
you'll be safe. You'll be good over there.
Especially because, I don't know, man. I just feel like you make really great music. So write for other people. Stay in your mansion somewhere. Just bring in some girls that are older and just chill.
Do you think
and
people are
write
gonna work
music.
with him on the low, like after?
1,000%.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know.
Like I could see people.
I know.
Well,
Major way, because how are you gonna do that on the low? Like if you're singing a song together, it's gonna be put
no.
It's-
I mean more like
pay me your money on the
writing.
low. Like I don't even
Yeah.
put my name on it.
Like
just
writing.
give me. I'll write for you.
Yeah, I'll
and
write
then,
for you, and then
yeah,
I won't
don't
be
even
in
put
the
my name.
credits or nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just give me, instead of putting me on the credits and I would get more money every single time it's played, pay me this lump sum one time,
Yeah.
and you have a big hit. Why not do that? Stay away. You know what I mean? You might as well. You can take what you can. So I feel like doing something like that is super smart. Stay somewhere, humble yourself, count your blessings that you have left, and keep it moving.
Enjoy freedom.
Yeah.
'cause
And
you
his
going
kids,
to
eh?
jail, nigga.
Like, what are you doing? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so they finally got him from 1998.
Got him.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, just on that topic really quickly, I'm not sure if you've seen this documentary on Netflix. It's called Abduction in Plain Sight. Oh my God. Yes. Listen to me. It's so disturbing. I'm not even getting into it. We'll talk about it next week. I want you to watch it and then we'll have our thoughts on it about it next week. But something like that, to me, this man did a lot and got away with it many, many, many times. You know what I mean?
The one in the doc?
in
You
it
in
or
it?
R. Kelly?
No, it's this man.
Okay.
But I just want you to watch it. Anybody who hasn't seen it, watch it. For those who have watched it, we're going to talk about it next week because, yeah, Abduction in Plain Sight. It's on Netflix. I watched it today, and let me tell you, I was disturbed the entire time. I was angry the entire time. And anyways, need to watch it. But I'll get into the topic of the week, and then maybe we can get back to some more of your stories if you have any. Yeah. Okay. So topic of the week, as obviously spring is just around the corner, and with warm weather soon follows uncuffing season, because y'all know nobody likes to be cuffed when it comes to the summertime and spring.
Speak for yourself.
I like to be cuffed all year
Yeah,
round. Matter of
well,
fact, I want to get
yes.
married. So we put a ring on my motherfucking finger because I'm tired of these niggas out here. Well, I have one weird person, so I shouldn't be talking about niggas. Anywho, unfortunately, some of us have started early. Tristan Thompson, because we know that he's been a whore, so that's not really anything new.
Nothing.
What are you gonna say?
No, I got nothing to say.
What were you gonna say?
I have nothing to say.
Well, you know that Jordan's going to be doing an interview with Jada Pinkett on the Red Table Talk. It's going to be aired on Friday.
She's a star now.
Boy, I need her to tell me some tea. I need her to really give me some, like, a good reason.
So hold up. Are you still holding down your theory from last week?
No, I'm not. Take it away.
Candace, did you know her theory?
Whose theory?
Mine.
Delicia's theory. Delicia's theory, when I brought this story up last week, was that it was a setup by the Kardashian sisters, by like Kim, Khloe, and the next one.
More so Chris. Chris, I felt like
and
set it
mom.
up.
I guess the mom set it all up for them to cheat together.
To break them up.
To
Yes.
break up
To
Tristan
finally get rid of
and-
him. Yeah.
Right?
To finally get rid of him.
And she was just like, yeah, they're all in on it. Everybody knows what's good.
Except for Chloe.
Except for Chloe.
And now,
Highly feel that
I-
happened.
And
No,
now
no.
Delicia, even after the show, Delicia sent me a post in the DM, something about some fake news, something like, see, I told you it was a setup.
I thought I had the
And
inside
I
scene.
was just like,
That's it.
I was like,
No.
wow, it just shows me like, this is how women do.
But yeah, because some women, especially the Kardashians, I don't know, but if you know their history with the dating situation, like you do know, okay, Trina, the rapper Trina and Kim were like best friends at a point in time. That's right. But she's been best friends with a lot of people. They always have some random best friends, but they were best friends. She was dating French Montana and living together. Trina, by the way. And then look, who ended up dating French Montana? Chloe. That's shady, I find. Then fast forward, you remember that, what's her name? Black China and Kim Kardashian were like besties for a moment as well. And then Tiger, who also lived not that far from them, started dating Kylie, underage sister at the time. Again, very shady, which I love Black China for her shadiness because she got right back into that whole situation. Anywho, fast forward to the situation. Apparently, this is a rumor. I don't know if this is true, so I'll get my rumor control on this. But it was Jordan apparently used to talk to or date Travis Scott.
Oh.
So it wasn't like really big, but it was something they used to date, you know, casually. And then eventually kind of Kylie and him kind of just had a thing, and then that was pretty much it for that situation. So I would just love to hear what Jordan has to say about the overall situation.
Sometimes you get what you get.
You do. And then what we actually, and we forgot, obviously, when Tristan was with his baby mother and she was pregnant, and then Chloe ended up taking Tristan, not taking, because Tristan was just a whore. He just left his whole baby mother while she was pregnant for Chloe, and then it happened to you. So I don't know. I didn't never felt bad for her. I just felt like that's a shock to know it was somebody so close and Black. Come on, girl. It was so public. But yeah, why? You made us look so silly because, you know, you had everything going for you in this whole situation. You were winning in this situation. So anyhow, you're still going to win because, again, look at you now. You're going to be on the Red Table Talk and everybody wants to know the tea. So let's hear it. But fast forward back to this situation. Anyhow, so back to uncuffing season. Honestly, I hate the idea that it's, you know, it's okay to give up on a good thing. I feel like everybody should kind of work things out. You know, when you're in a relationship, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So why not try to, you know, get through those little humps that you go through, especially during this time when you feel like maybe I should try to see somebody else, or why don't we just try to work on a few things on how to keep the romance alive? So here's a few things that can help keep your romance alive. So 1, do fun activities together on a regular basis. I think this can help strengthen a relationship. It's fine to give flowers and chocolates to your lover on Valentine's Day, but the best gift of all is obviously spending time with each other. So this would be especially rewarding experience if you haven't been together for a long time and you feel like your love life needs a little boost, or if you have been together for a long time. So bring this back, a tradition of just, you know, going out together, going on dances, going to try new restaurants, just exploring different religions and so forth. I meant like
I see.
You know what I'm trying to say? I didn't mean that. Religions and regions. Go to different regions of the world and explore, you know, different things. Also talk to each other. I mean, talking to each other, you know, we get really busy with our lives. We tend to just be in the same room, be in our phones, use social media, and not really interact. So yeah, like what has interesting that happened to you in your life today, or what are you happy or excited or upset about? So discuss events with your significant other, and really listen attentively, because I find that we really kind of like, we're waiting for a response so we can just kind of jump in, where we're not just really trying to take in what that person's trying to say. And this is your partner, so you just want to kind of really get a feel for them and kind of get a little closer once again. Share, this is number 1 for me, share in household tasks and be fair. I don't know, I had this argument the other day, but like, I don't like taking out the trash. I'm not taking out the trash because I feel like it's a man's job. That's my opinion. And if I wash dishes, I cook and I clean. And you know what I mean? Like, just take out the trash. Like, it's not so hard. Anyways, yeah, especially if you are doing joint responsibilities together with childcare, it's much more satisfying to know that you guys are equally helping each other out and you have that support. So some people tend to feel like this role is a woman's job, this is a man's job. Even with me saying that, obviously I should feel like I should take out the trash once in a while.
I'm glad you caught yourself, so I didn't even have to be the one.
I'm gonna say, like I said, if I cook, right, and I wash the dishes, and then there's trash, and all you did was eat, and maybe go buy the groceries.
So what if he did the cooking and the cleaning? Would you then take out the trash? But
because that's the thing. If he did that, I would take out the trash, no problem. But my point is, no problem. Right. But my point is, if he cooks, he leaves the dishes. You get me? If the floor is dirty, me clean it. So I don't see you doing those tasks. Like I probably can count the amount of times that person has mopped and swept the floor. And then you're going to count how many times I've taken out the trash? Yeah, like maybe 4 times. Good for fucking you. Leave me alone. Okay? I don't like taking out the trash. I just feel like it's dirty. It's a man's job. Take it out. I know, I'm going to let it go. I'm getting really heated about it, but
I feel it.
I'm gonna let it go. Let go, let God. I'm gonna work on that because this is a big issue for that person, and I'm gonna work on it too. Okay. Support your partner in self-growth. So help your partner achieve his or her goals, whether it's going back to school, retraining for a better job, losing weight, or pursuing a passion. You just got to do the same for each other. You got to really help each other out because in this day and age, we need the support, all the damn support that we can get. So I think that's very important. And obviously, as a result, you get the better version of that person that, you're looking for. Obviously, there's going to be some moments where it's kind of, you're in a little rut because you're stressed. But once you get through it, it's a happy ending for you both. Focus on intimacy, not sex, if that makes sense. Any shared experience that draws you closer, watching the sunset, going to church, trying a new activity, holding hands and cuddling. I hate men. Sorry, not all men. But why do men, question, not like to cuddle after sex?
Cause we tired. The hell?
Okay, but you all...
Men don't love
men love cuddle me.
Sex.
Okay, let's be real. Men don't. No. In the beginning of a relationship or when you're like talking to somebody and dating, yes, they do. I get that 1,000%. Men will be, oh, you smell so good. Great. But the moment you're in a long-term relationship with somebody, I always find, where you at? Where you at, babe? Why do you want to...
Like, I could give you 5 minutes, maybe 10.
You're one of those people.
After...
I've never had this.
I don't like
that's great.
Cuddling.
That's great.
I don't like cuddling like that. Like, cause then you're stuck. Like you can't move your arm, you can't move your body how you want to.
Okay, but no one's saying we're gonna lock you in a fucking chokehold. We just want you to freaking cuddle especially right after sex. Like, don't get up.
What are we doing?
What do you mean?
What are we doing when we're cuddling?
Like, okay, we could be sitting up, hugging,
I know, but
watching a movie.
But who's gonna turn on the movie and? What are we talking about?
Anything, life. What you talking about?
What are we talking about?
Your day. But the thing is, what I find with guys is like they want to cuddle.
You want to talk about sex? Talk about my day or your day or whatever after sex. Like, why don't we do that before?
Well, that's the point. When you do it before, it usually turns into, girl, you look so, and it turns into a whole sexual situation. So there is no you cuddled me to get me into that moment. Mm-hmm. And then once you got it, you want to either go to sleep, you want to watch sports, or you're back into your phone. You know what I mean?
How long are you going to talk about that? How long are you going to talk about how good the sex was?
Listen.
How long am I going to talk about how beautiful you are?
Make an effort. The same way.
Bro.
Make an effort.
Okay, and then we have sex tomorrow. What we can talk about after that? I'm going to tell you how beautiful you are again.
What do you want to eat for dinner? You know what I mean? Hey, what do you want to eat later?
Are y'all really thinking? Yes. Like, what?
Yeah.
No, because... But here's the thing, though. But the dudes will do it in the beginning. 3-4 years deep, we're not talking about how beautiful you are anymore.
Whoa.
No, not in general. I mean, like after sex or whatever the case may be.
Okay, well, I will get the whole so
you're not telling me about like all the good things about me after sex.
That's why listen. You lying. You like all the time.
First of all, you guys aren't even coming to bed the same way 4 years into the relationship that you
sometimes do.
Sometimes once a year, Valentine's.
No.
You're not doing it regularly like you were.
I will randomly dress up and just
come in a bed,
lingerie, get a little sexy, do the makeup and hair.
Now you got the bonnet with your hair in there, and you got a long t-shirt.
I will do it,
and
I will do makeup and hair and a little sexy Andre outfit. I'm not gonna lie.
You see what I mean? It's not just
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is a fine example of what we need to do better.
This is what I'm telling you.
We need to do better. I agree. Okay, you know what? I'll agree with you.
Thank you.
And on some of it, not all, and I agree with you on some, not all either, because I feel like we both need to kind of come to a common ground. So yes, there's days where we do need to kind of dress up a bit more and get that sexy on, and that way you guys need to stick with us, okay? Where we can look all sexy and shit. Don't leave me after we have that moment. You cuddle up.
That's okay.
All right,
it's a deal.
So there you go, ladies. You gotta hear that. We gotta work on it, men. We're gonna work on it.
Yes, because you know why? No, because here what happened. You put in
not makeup. Sorry, don't need to put makeup.
I'm not
Don't
even
have
a
to put
makeup
makeup on.
fan. I'm not even a fan of makeup.
Not makeup, but you know what I mean.
It is not attractive. You come into bed in your head tie.
Why?
It does
Not everybody says that.
good.
Not everybody says that. I don't agree.
And what about in the daytime when it doesn't look good because she didn't wear the head tie? Are you okay with that?
When her hair don't look good,
Yeah.
your hair can look good in the morning if you wanted to.
No, it.
You have a comb. You have all the tools that you need to make your hair look good. And the head tie is not saving your hair. It just makes it easier for y'all in the morning.
It saves our hair.
It ain't saving it.
You don't know about my edges, okay? It saves.
Y'all got
my
gel.
hair.
You have gel for the.
But the gel is bad for your hair. You don't use it all the time. We
Get
use
the
it when we
natural
need
one.
to.
Use
We use
cocoa
it when we
butter.
need to. But then after, when we're going to bed, we shouldn't have to. We put a little oil in it. We want to wrap our hair. We want to make sure it's all smooth and shit, and it's back to our moist self. Anyways, you know what? Sorry, I'm gonna keep moving because we're almost time's up. But anywho, we go do better. Both men and women, okay? Start a 5-day sex challenge. Now, this is something you don't... Yeah, I know.
I want to hear if this is good or bad.
I dare you to have a sex for 5 days in a row. It sounds easy. Obviously, we know with overcrowded schedules, it's going to be a challenge. So the whole point of this is it's not so much that there's a science behind the sex challenge. It's more that frequent sex increases your libido. I was saying libido. Libido. So it just kind of makes you more, sexually aroused, more intimate. It draws you guys closer. So you may only probably get 2 days, even one, but shoot, it was better than the no sex that you were getting. So try to at least try a unrealistic number of days of having sex with somebody. So if you were having maybe once to none, like say, babe, let's have 4 days of sex in a row. You know what I mean? The whole point is to encourage yourself to want to get intimate, and naturally that feeling will just kind of come back all over again. And they have so many, but we're really out of time. Stay positive. Let's face it, nobody's perfect, not even you. So everybody has something annoying, bad habits.
Sparks,
time is up. Literally, time is up. But it's not even 10. Yeah, it is 10 o'clock. Anywho, stay tuned. Next week we'll be talking about so much more. But thank you for watching bChic, Not Bougie. I'm your host Alicia, alongside DJ Richie, and thank you guys for coming.